for 48.
This half, let's play even smarter and make sure we play harder than them. Let's go. Step up. 1, 2, 3. Defense. That's good D. That was good D. It's not supposed to be easy. Every round gets tougher.
Let's talk battle rap with the coaches.
Yes, sir.
On the line, I have Coach Bad Money.
Yeah, what's good, P? What's good, friends? What's going on, man?
Chilling. How are you, my brother?
Chilling, man. I'm hanging out, watching, you know what I mean, everything unfold in the NBA, playing 2K.
Oh, my goodness, man. DeMarcus Cousins to the Lakers, man.
To the Warriors.
I'm sorry, to the Warriors. I guess that was me wishing he went to the Lakers.
That's me wishing. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm so hurt. Like, we got Rondo just for him.
That's crazy, right? Crazy.
Man, this is wild.
The NBA is wild. Can you believe they stopped Chris Paul from going to the Lakers that time, but they're letting DeMarcus Cousins go to the Warriors? Like they need him? Come on, man.
Nah, this is insane, bro. We need to rally against this shit.
Yo, LeBron's going to fake an injury all year. He's just going to go, you know what? I'm going to sit this year out. I'm going to just chill, recoup, and then come back. You know what I mean?
The only thing I'm excited about with all this is, my Sixers have a chance in the East now. We signed JJ Redick.
You gotta be happy with the way the team did this past year. So I know you're happy. I know you're proud, man.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic by how we did. You know what I mean? But we need to get over the hump at the end of the day. So we gotta find a way to do this.
Hell yeah.
Well, now we get a chance to actually be an NBA coach for battle rap and draw up the playbook and put on our suits on. So we got the coaches here. We're doing another playbook for the initiation card. Hold on, everybody. Before we even start this next playbook, can I hear your records on your predictions and the outcome of everything?
Damn, I didn't even write it down. Let's see. I had Ill Will beating T-Top, I think. No.
Mm-hmm.
Did I have T-Top beating Ill Will?
You had that being battle. Yeah, hold on. I'm not gonna let you slide. You had that being battle of the night.
I did. You was up on Twitter like, man, this is a battle of the night. That was more lackluster battle of the night. I had Rock beating Goods, and I think Goods beat Rock. Some people say that's debatable. I had Coach beating Nitty. I was right about that.
Yeah, I went 2 for 6, and my 2 was Goods and Surf. So what about you, V?
I kind of went right around 500, depending.
You went 500? You get to keep your job as a coach.
I get to keep my job, man. I got some coaching experience
out here.
Hey, man, I live to see another season. You know, it's hard for a black man in a head coaching position, man.
Keep your job. You know what I mean? I'm going to be in free agency soon as a coach.
Yo, man, Bad Money whiffs on the initiation call. We're going to get that notification.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man. I was so mad that night. But let's talk about how much stuff I got right with my No Mate Playbook.
Yes,
but you know what? Even if the
rant.
predictions were wrong, we did guess a lot of right details.
Yep.
So we're not that far off.
Yeah, we got the details right. It's just we got to work on the wins and the matches correct. That's all. But the details were there.
Yeah, I think we definitely, in detail, we called a lot of shit.
We called the Goods battle happen in the way that it pretty much went down.
Bad Money called the choke in the Surf battle.
Oh, yep. You sure did.
We called the first round explosion from DNA.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Jersey battle being crazy. All the moves, the spin moves, dunk moves. We saw all that, man.
We get another year.
Yeah, we made it, man. We made it. We got another year. We got another event. We survived.
But you know what? Gnome 8, I'm going to tell you this to me, like, it made me happy that Smack and them been traveling around. Not that they haven't been traveling around this year, but that made me the most excited about them traveling again because we were getting those great classic games, you know what I'm saying, and moments in battle rap is when URL was traveling around, when they were going to Detroit, when they were going to St. Louis, when they were going to different places, and put these battles in different environments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's when we were getting, I don't know. You guys get what I'm getting. I don't want to get nothing wrong off the top of my head and then somebody be like, no, that took place in New York.
Right. Carry in the comments. So let's get the draw board. Let's get the playing board out. Get out your dry erasers, your markers.
Yes, sir, man. Get that playbook out, player.
I'm doing the randomizer.
Get the randomizer, player.
All right, I'm gonna hit y'all with this. Let's start with Emerson Kennedy and the Saga.
Coach Money, how are you calling this battle? What are some keys that these guys need to bring for victory? What should we be looking for?
All right. Pretty much I said in the last No Make Playbook that pretty much Saga. Excuse me. What did I say? In my last No Make Playbook. My fault. I'm thinking of another blog. Anyway, Saga had Emerson Kennedy on his kill list, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I know what I was about to say. In the last No Make Playbook, I said you pretty much as good as the last nigga you killed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your last battle, and that's what we pretty much judge off. And if I got to judge by their last two battles, I think Emerson is going to smoke Saga.
That's fair to say.
Absolutely. And
because pretty much, I think Emerson did really, really well with Bdot. I feel like you could debate that second. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Emerson might have said that Bdot got that second. You know what I'm saying? But Emerson's second was crazy. And Saga's performance against, B Magic wasn't all that impressive. It was like the same Saga that I'm used to seeing. And in a blog I previously did, I said, Saga needs to bring something new to the table that we haven't seen before. We need to see a Saga, that we haven't seen on URL or any point in time, that he's battled anywhere else. And I didn't get that. I feel like I still got the same Saga. You know what I mean? Not that Saga's bad or anything, but I want to see him do something different. And, I mean, Emerson on his kill list, you really, really got to do something different, to take yourself to the next level.
So you're basically saying the Saga has a Game 6 facing elimination on the road.
Yeah, pretty much.
I agree with you that we haven't really seen a high level the Saga in a while, and what we just seen from Emerson Kennedy against Bdot. But Emerson Kennedy has always been this way. So it was just shocking for people because he had like a little break, but he's always been this consistent. He's one of those battle rappers that's gonna bring you dialogue. He doesn't really bring you a lot of like the violent gun bars, but he's really creative and he has a lot of energy. He has way more energy than the Saga, and at this point, I would say the West is his home more than the Saga's home.
Absolutely, man. And he's a skilled lyricist, and he's already rocked that stage. So we already know, cracking that playbook, he's coming there with some familiarity with that crowd. He knows what the crowd likes from him, and he knows that he's allowed to put in content into his bars. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely gonna it would serve him right to come content heavy, but get quick to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste too much time. Get in there and just start attacking Saga. But pace yourself. Don't get too hyped, and don't get too cocky from the last event.
The key to victories for Emerson is just angles. All you have to do is just create one nice angle that he's just gonna like create a story for at least 2 rounds, and that's it. He's gonna take the Saga out of here. Honestly, like I really hope for the Saga to have a great performance and bounce back, because I think he sees the world is doubting him. Rightfully so. I think we have at least the valid reason to say, well, you're the underdog. So it's hard for me to vote for you right now. But overall, I do hope he bounces back. He's in that, like, he's in the corner. So, like, when he's in the corner, you have no choice but to fight. And write your heart out.
Because A Ward and Loso are pretty much, like, overshadowing him right now. He was the first dude to come out, and be a successful Christian rapper.
Right. Now
mainstream anyway, and battle rap.
Yeah, facts, man. I think you cut up a little bit on my end.
Yeah, you want a microphone or something?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we good now, brother. Thank you so much, man.
I hear you loud and clear now. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna lose him.
Well, all right then.
Damn, guys, does the Saga have any bit of a chance? I mean, anything can happen, obviously, but like, what can we draw up for the Saga? We're like coaching and we'll say, all right, this is what you need to do to win.
I mean, he has to really come with a game plan instead of just going there and rapping and putting up the shield of defense. But I know you're going to attack me because I'm a Christian rapper. You got to come in there with game plan and do something amazing. Because like I said, like, Saga was the first successful, like, battle rapper, taking, the Christian approach mainstream wise, you know what I mean? So, and you got Loso and A-Ward coming in, and it's pretty much like nobody's checking for Saga, is what it looks like.
Yeah, from the outside. Even Streamhams is probably, at this point, getting a little more viewership, right?
Right, correct. So you gotta have some type of game plan. Like, why was Emerson Kennedy on your kill list? When you were showing us that you were coming back before you got announced to battle anybody. Like, they were supposed to battle a couple months ago, but
have we seen his kill list? His kill list is interesting.
Who's on it?
Gino's on it. Jonah's on it.
I was about to say, who's Gina?
I said my words there. Jonah's on it. Yeah. Head Ice is on it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And if I'm mistaken, Loso's on it too. He wants to create a dialogue with all these guys.
Yo, is Saga turning heel on us?
I don't know.
You think Saga turned into the back? Yo,
are you saying Saga's a sacrifice?
Son, me coaching Saga, I'm
crucify Saga right now.
I'm gonna tell Saga, yo, tap into your dark side just a little bit. I'm not saying you have to go out there and sin or nothing like that, but I like this little bad guy energy that he's kind of putting out there, that he wants to claim his stake and he wants people to give him his respect lately. You see him on Twitter and he's like, nah, man, I want to get my respect. I'm not just going to be out here like that.
Yeah, no, he looks upset at the feedback and the reception he's getting for the match, and that seems to fuel him. So I don't think he will get killed. But I do think he's going to have a very difficult time obtaining a win.
Right, because, I give him somewhat of a pass in a Magic battle. He said he didn't feel good.
Right.
And his throat was messed up, his voice was messed up or whatnot. I give him somewhat of a pass for that. But at the same time, like I said, I want to see a different Saga. Do the same thing that you're accustomed to doing and that we've grown to love you for, but just
this
bring
battle
something extra.
This battle was supposed to be a one-off at a PG out in March in Cali, and that would have been great. That moment I could have said, all right, you know what? I think this battle's a little more even now, but once you incorporate that crowd, and if it looks anything like Traffic, they're just going to be so receptive. Listen, Emerson Kennedy stole a Cali crowd from Bdot.
Right.
Exactly.
What do you think he's going to do to somebody that's not from there?
That's what I want Emerson to do. That's my playbook, for Emerson. Just go in there and I'm going to fuck him up.
I'm going to fuck him up
every round. Yo, he wasn't playing, man. And, he's got a damn good chance of doing this, man. I'm telling you, man, Saga got to turn that bad guy on, man. He got to turn that bad guy on, and I think he just goes all bars, man. Just like all bars later for trying to, be like super angle you Saga and this and that. I want him to go all bars, turn a little bad on us, and he's got the NWX story that he could share also. People are interested in that.
You want him to take some time out for Emerson Kennedy and divert to NWX for a little bit? I don't know if I would advise him to do that.
I'm saying, when you have a story, it doesn't have to be a whole round.
Maybe towards the end, like a little line coming to the closing.
He's got to sprinkle some of them joints in there.
Huh?
Wasn't Shine on his kill list?
Oh man, we don't. That would be crazy.
Emerson has an interesting list. I hope he gets all these. And he doesn't. It's only probably like 4 or 5 guys, and he wants to retire after that. And I'm down for it.
Yeah, man.
At this point too, like, even though Emerson Kennedy's been around for a while, it's almost like Saga's peaked, and Emerson Kennedy has gotten a breath of fresh air and revived his reputation. Now everybody's like interested to see him, so it's almost like, in a sense, you also kind of want to see him do really great too, because then you'll know we'll see more of him. And he's somebody that like you're gonna enjoy each time you get to hear him.
Exactly. I think these guys both had this battle has the potential to be the sleeper battle of the night. They have the attention. The fact, they could steal the attention away from everybody else. If they both come on their shit. So at the end of the day, it's just about them going in there creating the best battle, like you said, for Emerson, not to get too big headed. But he also got to feed off the energy from, the last battle with Bdot.
He looks humble enough to understand the moment and not take it for granted, I think.
Yeah, and I'm glad they put Emerson back on the big stage, because I didn't want to see Emerson again in a one-off setting. I want to see Emerson.
He would be nice in a one-off setting, though.
But it's cool. It's cool that he got.
But you want him to promote,
and you want to see some progression too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to just see, because if we love these pen game cats, then at some point in time, you got to throw them out there to the wolves too on that big stage to see if they can hang out there. He did a good enough job last time. You know what I'm saying? And one other key technical thing for Saga. Do not stop during your rounds. And when the crowd is getting hyped up, rap through it. Don't bring it back 3-4 times.
Stop stopping.
Yes, that only makes your round super long. And after a while, we want you to get to that next line. So that's just one, critical component just on a technical standpoint. Stop stopping. They're cheering for you. Go through the round. We will catch it on the videotape. We'll rewind it. Don't kick it for us 4 times. You know what I mean?
Right. And like P said, just go all bars. Don't build too much of a defense mechanism. You know what I mean? With the like putting a shield around you because he's going to attack you from the Christian angle. If you come and don't even shield yourself
they gonna
from
look
the
crazy.
Christian angle, he's gonna look crazy. It's gonna be like, I didn't say nothing about God this whole time. I just barred his life away. You know what I mean? And I think that'll like shed a new light on him.
That's a booby trap.
If he does something like that.
That's a booby trap.
I'm telling you, he goes all bars, comes out in a black leather jacket, and turns the bad guy on.
Who designed that play? That's a genius play.
Well,
okay,
you know.
Coach.
Okay, hopefully,
I'm trying to get my job back. I told you I'm looking like Dwayne Casey out here.
Facts, man.
After the last playbook.
Word, man. It's like you got the coach of the year and they kicked you out, man. That's crazy.
Listen, man, the Lakers got a couple of hours right now.
You do the assistant job. Yo, how's Luke Walton's gonna be LeBron's coach? And they were drafted in the same year. That's crazy.
Get to be with Magic Johnson, the GM, the GM.
What? Man's kicking his feet up right now. Tearing posters down that I hear this news about DeMarcus Cousins, man. All right, Coach. Next match.
Let me segue now that we was talking about Emerson Kennedy and the Saga back to the randomizer. I'll go to Bdot and Mike P.
Drum roll, please.
I think I'm gonna have a very unpopular opinion about this one. So let me know if you guys want me to go first.
Go ahead, player. You making a bold statement like that. Go ahead.
I think this battle is even in talent, even in playing field. I think Bdot being home is not really much of an advantage to him. Mike P has enough skills and has been through enough type of opponents that are unorthodox just like him that he kind of knows what to do. He can. Mike P's smart enough to know how to reflect an angle, which is pretty cool. So he's also going to be pretty defensive. We might expect what Bdot's always going to do. And it's going to be fire. It's going to be dope. He's going to just throw up this W and have the West crowd rave against Mike P. But you know what? Mike P's a professional. He's done this. He's always picked to lose every time he goes into a match. And he comes out better than what people expect. I think it's about time I ride with Mike P. I think I'm confident he can deliver.
What are some of his keys?
Some of his keys is to not overthink this. Literally, like, just treat it like you would treat any other battle. Like, and I think he understands that. Like, if somebody's taking Bdot in Cali, the first thought is, I got to have a California scheme to get the crowd on my side. I got to find a way to get surgical and reflect back one of Bdot's mentalities or the things he says, the things he quotes. Nah, man. Mike Peace is going to be himself.
Mike Peace. Go ahead. My bad, Coach Money. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to interrupt. I was letting France, finish. I was agreeing.
Facts.
Because it's like Mike P don't get a lot of credit. You know what I mean? Like that. Like some people are like iffy with Mike P. You know what I mean? And I like what Mike P brings to battle rap. Like, dude can actually rap. He's really talented. He pretty much just has to go in there and strip Bdot powers away from him because the shock value with Bdot being on URL is gone now. Because the Emerson battle is out the way, so it's like, okay, you're here. You know what I'm saying? Now let me show you that I've been here. And this is what I've had to go through since I've been here. He has to show Bdot like I'm more built to smack than you are.
So out of the playbook, you're saying he gets into narrative mode and basically kind of big dog Bdot just a little bit. Let him know that the competition over here is a little bit different. Like, however you've been looking at my battles, I've been banging with all-stars.
I feel like we instantly think taking Bdot and Cali is a tough assignment. It's not a tough assignment. Cortez went out there. They had a good back and forth. Verb went out there, and he was strategizing and said, I'm going to cut the time on Bdot. And that's a key factor. Yeah. If Mike P wants to be one of those guys that say, hey, we're having a hard time limit, that's gonna play in his favor.
And that Cali crowd is fair.
And that Cali crowd is very fair.
As long as you got that smoke, they're gonna cheer for you. And Mike P, he always has moments. He always has those little fast rapping patterns. I would definitely tell him take a play out of his own playbook and put that in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow Dragon Ball Z and all that other stuff, so I don't know if it's hot or not when he's spitting it. But if the crowd's going crazy and it keeps working,
how hilarious is it going to be when he has a Dragon Ball Z bar and a crowd full of Cali gangsters and gang members are like, yeah, talk
Hey,
that
listen,
Dragon
man.
Ball Z shit.
Yo, gangbangers were kids too at one point, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, gangsters got kids too. You know what I mean? Gangsters sit down with their kids and watch cartoons too. They get tapped into all this stuff. So, you know, I think the characters from the cartoons and the video games and shit is like one of Mike P's strengths. You know, and he has to play to that. But the thing he has to do as well, he has to introduce like a new set of characters. You understand what I'm saying? Because Bdot is going to be prepared for something of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? So he needs to introduce like a set of characters that we're not even thinking about, because typically in battle rap, like a lot of people use the same, you know, schemes, you know, pretty much back and forth, you know, and just switch the characters' names around.
They're gonna have a
you know,
great style
tap into that strength. Exactly, and he's got to also stay aggressive with Bdot. You know, because, I mean, like I said, again, I'm going to reiterate, you only as good as the last person you kill. And on camera, Suge versus Mike P looks a lot better. And Mike P has to, you know, he's got a trump card, you know, because he's one of the few people who can say they beat New Jersey Twork, in my opinion.
Clearly, too, in my opinion, honestly.
He got a brag card right there.
You know what I mean? So he got to use that to his advantage. You know, he got to go up there and talk his smack shit. Period. His Mike P is, you know, lasted this half the time on URL and proving himself to be a mainstay and that deserves to be a mainstay on URL. You know,
he hasn't been
like
getting
Mike
killed.
P is one of my favorite up and comers. You know, like,
honestly, yeah,
he may not be getting a clear win
for sure.
He may not always get a clear win in his battles or whatnot, but he brings something new and refreshing to the culture, you know, and stuff like that. So I just think, you know, he got to tap into his strengths, use his trump card, and show Bdot that he's not as built for URL as he may think, and that Mike P is here, you know what I mean, to, at some point in time, to be the face of URL.
Yeah, man, he's definitely consistently entertaining. I will say that. Win, lose, or draw, you know that you're always going to get 3 rounds out of Mike P, perform to his fullest. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take time out, craft some bars directly towards you. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be pussyfooting around, which he definitely should not be doing this battle. And I definitely do like that call that you did right there for him to introduce some characters. But I'm going to tell Bdot doesn't have to go too crazy. But if I've heard some of Bdot's impersonations, he can pull out some voices. He can pull out some voices. So if you got some of them cartoon voices in you, my brother, drop one of those bombs on Mike P, man.
And
you know what I'm saying?
They have a lot of respect for each other. So I think this is just a match that, like, nobody's going to get clearly, nobody's going to get killed. They're going to put on a very good show.
Right.
Okay, so it looks like my opinion wasn't too far-fetched, because I know a lot of people instantly see Bdot and in Cali, and they think, oh, Bdot's going to win clearly.
No, not for nothing, man. Mike P is a formidable opponent who will kill a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's been going up against the best guys. So it's like, win, lose, or draw, when you bang it against the best, some people gonna think you win, some people gonna think you lose.
That is very true. That
his
resume is there's no slouches.
Heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? Heavy hitters. And
not to mention that there's some history there as well between them two.
They've been going back and forth for a minute. At one point they didn't like each other.
They had their diss tracks too, and that was fire.
Yeah.
I like that as well.
Yo, Mike P sounded kind of groovy on his too, man.
Yo, they can rap.
Yeah, because I've heard Bdot on a bunch of tracks before, and I always thought he was fire. But I heard Mike P, I was like, oh, I like his flow on that joint, man. I wasn't mad at it.
I think Mike P might be one up on the diss track.
Ooh.
From judging by the diss tracks, Mike P might be up one.
Let's go, coach. Let's
go. I mean, I don't think Bdot really went at Mike P till like towards the end of his diss track.
Right. Yeah, he was kind of giving everybody a little bit of that smoke on that joint.
So, but we'll see. I think, like you said, Bdot definitely has to tap into, you know, his cartoon impersonations or whatnot. That he's gonna do a Mike P impersonation. You know, he's gonna bring out some type of Dragon Ball Z character scheme. Bdot is like super intricate. He's probably going to introduce some characters that people haven't even bought in the battle rap, because there's so many characters in Dragon Ball Z, and he's probably going to have like a drawn out scheme that like ends with a bang.
I don't think we'll get a typical white angle here. I don't think we're going to get that.
Nah, I think that's
I don't want to hear Bdot like call Mike P white and talk about the police beating black people for 3 rounds straight. I don't.
Yeah, I think that'll be too expected, and I think he's smart enough to really know that. You know what I mean? And I do expect him to match Mike P's fast flow at some point.
I think they're gonna rap really fast.
And I think he's gonna try to show that he can rap even faster. I think he's gonna try to be so multisyllabic within that joint that he's gonna really try to show a separation in the rapping ability from a technical angle. You know what I mean? Because Bdot's one who likes to fit a lot of words in his bars, even when he's rapping on track. You know what I mean? Mike P likes to space his bars out a little bit more. But when
that's why the wordplay in a battle is
exactly. So this is gonna be interesting, man. This is gonna be a battle of like MCs, man. Like I'm really looking forward to this from so many technical angles.
It's
man.
honestly one of my favorite battles of the card. I think it's my personal main event, honestly.
Yeah, man. I think both guys are smart enough to know not to come with any redundant material that's gonna get stale. So I'll say stay away from the stale material, fellas. Both of you guys. We don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think this is gonna be a fire.
Who has
battle.
to adapt more in this match, Bdot or Mike P?
In a way, I feel like, damn, this is hard.
Right? It's not as clear cut as you would think.
You know what? Bdot, because the shock value is gone with film. Oh God, he's on Smack. Oh my God. So we seen what you did with Emerson on Smack, and you know what I mean? Pretty much said like you were body smack rappers. You know what I'm saying? Emerson gave you a fucking run for your money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I said, the second between Emerson and Bdot is debatable to me.
Facts.
You know? And Emerson is not like a top name on URL, and I'm not saying Mike P is a top name, but he's a respected and well-known name in URL. Therefore, you got to go in there with a plan of attack, you know, flex your LA gang ties, you know, flex your, you know, West Coast veteran muscle, and let them know shit.
Gotta use that cheat code, man. You gotta use that home cooking.
If you start to fade me, I'll scream out West Coast and they all go crazy.
Motherfucker, look, and hell yeah, we're biased. So if you almost fade me, I'll just yell out Fresh Coast, and they'll all go crazy.
Shout out to Aqueezy. Shout out to Aqueezy. Put him in a box and say easy.
Oh man, Aqueezy was one of my favorite battle rappers at one point in time.
Wow, yeah.
Get out of here, yo.
I used to love Aqueezy, man.
Aqueezy, I would have never thought that, man.
Must have hurt you to watch him battle Roan then.
Yo, I was there live, son.
What was that like?
Oh man,
surgical.
Yo, he came in the building with a chip on his shoulder, like New York is not going to be feeling me. He thought that the crowd was going to be hating on him for whatever reason. You know, awkward. He gets back and forth with everyone online and stuff. So he thought the crowd wasn't going to be feeling him. And then he was rapping. He dropped some hot stuff. We cheered for him. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, oh, nah, y'all don't got to cheer for me. We're like, no, man. We want to see a fire battle. Like, we ain't come to boo you, you know? And then you know how that battle went after that. We don't need to get into that. But, man, like, he from the jump, he just felt like the whole crowd was against him. But that wasn't his best night. But he put in a lot of work, though, over the years, though, man.
But this taps into, you know, something I can put in my playbook for Mike P, too.
Okay.
Because a thing with battle rappers is we go in. Excuse me, I say we. What the fuck am I talking about?
I say you coaching them, so that's it. They in the team.
Yes,
right.
You're right. My fault. But battle rappers, you know, approach things, you know, differently sometimes, depending upon, you know, like the event or whatnot. And the last time we seen Mike P was with Suge, and he tried to do something different in the first 2 rounds. You know, that didn't really work for him because I thought Mike P was going to clearly beat Suge 2-1, you know, at least have a debatable battle. But, I mean, that's a clear win for Suge. And the thing that Mike P didn't do was, whatchamacallit, he didn't do what he normally does. And if Mike P would have went in there with the attitude, like, I'm going to just be on my Mike P shit, like all 3 rounds instead of 2 rounds and then, you know, do a little story in a third and then jump into my Mike P shit. Like, I love the second half of Mike P's 3rd round against Suge. Like, he really, really turned up. Like, I love Mike P's energy. And what I'm saying, like, the awkward thing, you know, ties into it because, like we were saying before, France, you said don't overthink it. You know, go in there and be you. But just, you know, just keep elevating your pen. Like I said, he's up 1-0 right now, you know, based on the diss track, if I have to be honest.
Yeah, I can't wait for this battle, man.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Saturday, man. Saturday can't come fast enough.
Sunday,
right?
Yeah, this one's on Sunday.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Well, see, this is where I'm conflicted at as well, though. You know, because, you know, me personally, I've been, getting all the pay-per-views as they've been coming out recently. And, I just miss that feeling of the battles dropping on YouTube. And being excited for the YouTube drop. The only thing about that is that smacking them are making us wait 700 years.
By the time they do drop, it feels like
it's
happened already.
It's a different battle.
Yeah, you got fresh new eyes to see it all over again.
Exactly, because you guys notice I haven't really put out no blogs or nothing like that because I've been observing culture and pretty much looking for different ways and attacks and shit like that to go at things. And one of the things I know that I miss about battle rap is being excited for those YouTube drops. You know what I mean? But I think I'm still going to wind up getting this. I want to see these battles, but I do want to do an event where, hey, I'm not even going to get the pay-per-view. I'm just going to wait for them to come out on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't think I can wait that long for these battles or any other battles that are happening this summer.
Yeah, I have a theory as to why I think when the battle drops way later, we get a different narrative. Obviously, whoever watches at the pay-per-view or gets the VOD, it's a selective audience, people that are buying it, right? And there's probably a large number of people that support battle rap or not even support because they don't buy it, but they watch battle rap and they just wait and wait. They're like, I'll wait. I won't pay this VOD. I won't buy this pay-per-view. I'll wait. And if you notice, too, the bootleggers aren't even out there. The bootleggers have died. I don't really see battles being. They probably do, but I don't see it at nowhere near as much as before.
Smacking them are clipping the bootlegs quicker.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on that. So
one.
That's probably why a battle narrative changes because we forget about it after multiple events happen and multiple months have passed, and now you drop it to the free audience where it's a bigger audience than people that paid for it. So they have a voice, and the voice changes everybody else's voice and their opinions.
And not only that, too, I feel like with the pay-per-views, you would think that even if you have it for a month, am I going back to it every week or whatever? You usually rock out that night, usually go back to the ones you really like a couple times the next day, and then a couple days later, you might go back and check out some of the ones that you didn't really watch that much. But you're not going back over and over and over again.
It's difficult to buy a VOD and sit down for it like it is.
Yeah, and process all of that.
Right, because the updates are already out there. So by that time comes, you'll purchase the VOD and you're fast forwarding and you have the control of finding out the narrative of things before it actually happens.
Right, and then we've been on Twitter for, and in Facebook, for, the week, 2 weeks, month, 2 months, 3 month time period, and people are still talking about these battles because we're still able to access them after we purchase them. So it's like, okay, you don't get as excited because you know what lines to expect. You know what I'm saying? And you've had the arguments already, you know what I mean? But for some reason, the YouTube drops are not as exciting, as they previously were. We understand why, because YouTube is start acting like some hoes and, want to start penalizing battle rap, for, just YouTube in general. They're penalizing YouTubers or whatnot. But still, battle rap thrived on YouTube, and people got to do what they got to do. You can't knock how nobody is doing what they have to do. But we got to find a way to make these YouTube drops exciting again. And, just it doesn't necessarily have to be releasing battles a lot faster, but we got to find a way to make the YouTube drops just as important as they used to be.
Well, I guess we're going to leave that one up into the hands of the leagues to figure out how to entertain us even more. You know what I'm saying? And make that YouTube drop.
That's a good subject, man. That's a good subject. We definitely got to put it out on Twitter and ask the audience, how do you feel about battles on YouTube dropping way less? Do you still get excited for it? We'll definitely touch back on that.
When the three of us get together, we just we love battle rap so much. We just start cooking. I don't even know. Y'all ever gonna drop the third part of the episode we did?
Oh yeah,
y'all think y'all was gonna slide it to a third part? Yeah,
we got it in the tank, man. We got that in the tank. You ain't got to worry about that.
We stay with the ladders and the stocks out here, man. So it's coming. Man. It's coming, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Coming, man. It'll probably be out by the time this comes out. But man, listen, the three of us put our minds together, we get to cooking, man. ARP, Smack, Organic. Whoever y'all need to holler at us, you need some creative direction.
Word, we come up with a nice little playbook for you, man.
A playbook for the league owners.
Yo, not for nothing. They need playbooks.
Nah, you know what? We should.
Need. These are big events.
You know what
we need playbooks.
You know what would be cool if league owners not necessarily like give us numbers, but they tell us a bit of what goes into an event, and everybody mocks their own budget for an event to see if they can even run their own event. And people be like, "How? Why are you doing this?" And they're like, "Okay, this is what you got to do to make an event. You got to get this, that. Let me see how you would do it on paper."
Facts.
And we put up an event on paper, and they're like, "That shit is trash."
Facts, man. You like, hold on, the venue costs how much? Does this cost this much? People don't factor that into it. Like,
we got the playbook for being a coach. Maybe one day we'll do a playbook for being a GM.
Word, being a GM and older, man. That'd be crazy, man. And you leagues out there, man, y'all got to start dropping these like playbills, man, because these are big events. These are one-time, one-and-done events. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was in Houston. How cool would it have been if you left with a little playbill that had Nome, Houston, all the battle rappers in there, all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to start incorporating that, just like when you go to the Knicks games and they give you those little booklets and you go everywhere. Like, we need that in the game.
I would love to do a mock event, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully nobody gets tight like, I'm not worth this money, but I would love to do a mock event just to put it on paper.
Facts.
I mean, definitely with the way URL has been traveling, you know, to get stuff like that, like, and people have personalized that shit and put it in scrapbooks and stuff like that. You know, if that was the case, man, I mean, honestly, people gotta holler at us.
Yeah, man.
People gotta holler at us, man. We will bring these ideas to life and find a way to make it happen.
We'll work with you.
Yeah, moving right along. What's the next battle?
Yeah, man. Let me hit the randomizer on. We're gonna go to Pass and Young Cannon.
Ooh, Pass and Young Cannon. Let me take the wheel on this one. Pass, you got to redeem yourself from that Brizz battle. You know what I mean? Last time you were on that stage, when the URL was on the West Coast, Brizz got the best of you that night. And we know that you're much better than that, and you know that you're much better than that. So as a veteran who's been around for a while, I think you know where your strengths lie.
He's battled some of the best in this.
Yeah, he's
Arsenal,
like,
Hollow, Clips, DNA, Shine.
Since the on beat battles, you know what I'm saying? Like, he goes way back.
He's battled some of the best. So like, you can never count Pass out.
You can't count him out. You know what I'm saying? He knows that he's on a comeback battle, and this is a great opportunity for him on an even bigger crowd. We know what you do well, which is your delivery, which is also when you do your alliteration flow. You know what I'm saying? And it's just when he starts getting into the put him on the pockets, partner, and all that stuff, he's got to harp on that. He's got to get on him early. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Let me throw a curveball for both of you as a coach.
Go ahead, Dwight.
Do you take redemption and possibility over consistency? Like, if somebody has the potential and you're like, you know what, I know they can dig deep and do this, or somebody is like, they've proven to have done this multiple times. What do you take the gamble, or do you go with the sure thing?
Coach Money?
I got to get on my Sue Surf shit and
Jersey.
Pretty much compare this to LeBron and the Warriors. I'm not gonna say these guys are on a level of a LeBron and Warriors type thing, but this is my aim as far as like how to answer that question. Now, LeBron had redemption on his mind going against the Warriors. LeBron had to build a whole new team and play 82 games and every game in the playoffs.
Facts.
You know, trying to redeem himself against, a loss to the Warriors. And what happened? I'm going to have to go with consistency.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yo, over here, consistency kills. I always say that. And Young Cannon, if anything, he is consistent. Even when he gets beat, he's consistent. That K-Shine battle, K-Shine got the best of him, but he was consistent in that battle.
I asked you guys that because it's easy to say consistency. Like, we're all going to agree, like, oh, we want somebody who's consistent. But then, when, like, polls come out or, like, matches get announced for somebody who's been inconsistent but has a bigger name versus somebody that's been consistent, and there's a disadvantage or a different playing field, it's almost as if people have no problem taking the gamble.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the mindset of taking the gamble, going against the consistency, saying, okay, they can't be good all the time. This is where it ends.
Yeah, some people just banking on a loss. Like, some people are due. You're due for a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is bound to happen to you. Young Cannon does too well on the West Coast. He's due for a loss and passes a West Coast legend. I think the opposite way. I think if a guy is showing me that he's always coming to a specific venue and lighting it up, I'm going with that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the guy comes to an arena and drops 40 every time he shows up, I'm not going against him until he stops dropping 40. You know what I'm saying?
Now let me throw another curveball in both you guys and agreeing to go with consistency. Now, while I do agree, consistency is something, it's hard to go against it. Let's go back to our last playbook. We picked DNA and we picked Rock. I picked Rock.
No, I didn't pick Rock. I
You
picked
picked
Goods.
You did?
I picked Goods, bro.
I gotta hit the game tapes. I don't remember that.
No. We didn't necessarily pick. We just said what was gonna go down.
All right. Well,
when I gave my predictions,
but you know what?
I predicted Goods.
Cool, but we picked DNA for sure.
Oh, that was a fact. Yeah.
And DNA is more consistent than JC. You know, DNA is more consistent than JC. Forever pick Rock. Rock's more consistent than Goods. And these guys came, JC and Goods came and opened the window and brought something new and won.
I could also say that DNA lost that battle for himself. It's not like JC was so phenomenal that he just blew DNA out of the water. The champ had a phenomenal first round and then squatted 2 goose eggs, you know what I'm saying, for the last couple of rounds or whatever, was on regular mode, you know what I mean?
Right. But what I'm saying is at that moment consistency wasn't consistent.
But I'll say this, 8 times out of 10,
Consistency didn't kill.
8 times out of 10 consistency is killing. You know what I'm saying? 8 times out of 10 is killing. But, hey, things happen, man. You can't win every battle. You know what I'm saying? You can't get them all right.
Right.
Fuck.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's just interesting, you know, because, like, my heart wants to go with Young Cannon because of the consistency.
Mm-hmm.
But my mind says that I trust what Pass is able to do. I trust Pass in the redemption, and Pass's last performance against Big K on World Dom 7 was fire.
Yeah. No, that was fire.
I agree 100% with you. And I was thinking it was Big K. No, who did he battle at Massacre?
That was the big K joint.
At Mass 2, he battled Moneybags.
Yeah, Moneybags got the best of him that one.
Yeah.
No, because Moneybags beat him. It's somebody that passed battle, and it had to be the same event that whatchamacallit, Ill Will and Big K battled on. I can't remember who
he battled Clips. He battled Clips out there in Boston.
Oh, yeah, he did pretty good in it.
No, he did do good against. He's done good against these names. He's done good against Arsenal. He's done good against DNA. He's done good against K-Shine. He's done good against Hollow.
And now, when I'm saying that I think that the consistency will win in this one, it's not like I'm saying that Cannon's going to come out there and kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Pass's battle. Sorry to cut you off, but Pass's battled more people that you would, quote unquote, I'm gonna put the air quotes, that you would call the GOAT or a legend in battle rap than Young Cannon has, and didn't die.
Right.
That's true.
Right?
You know, but I just think Cannon just has so many damn lines, like, and he's just been on, you know what I'm saying? And like, he hasn't slowed down, you know what I mean? With Pass, I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna get per se. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen him. He's been more on his music tip lately. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what I'm going to get, but with Cannon, I've been seeing him out there win, lose, or draw and dog fights. You know what I'm saying? And going for his.
Pass won't kill him, though.
You know what I mean?
See, the thing is, Young Cannon could kill Pass, but Pass probably won't kill Young Cannon.
Right. So,
I mean, Pass can beat Young Cannon. I mean, see, I haven't even cracked my playbook for Pass yet.
Let's let you crack it.
Crack it open, player.
I mean, I'm going to start off with 2 words. Town business. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I'll put a soundbite for that.
Cheat code.
Because, I mean, Cannon came out to the West and battled Danny, you know what I mean? And he turned up, you know what I mean? But Pass has got to tap into his legendary status. And remember, he's a guy that some people can argue and say he beat Hollow.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
So he has to remember that and tap into his veteranism. And he's going to have to turn up with Cannon because Cannon's going to be energetic. And he can bark on Cannon, and he can get energetic as well. So he really has to tap into all of that. And, remember, like, hey, I'm a legend out here. And I got to remind these motherfuckers why I'm a legend. And this is fucking town business. You in the West, for real. You know what I mean? Like, he got to get in there and get on his shit, you know what I mean? His West Coast shit, say some shit to relate to the crowd, that Cannon might not know about, and just steal the crowd from Cannon. I think that's the key factor within this battle is that he really has to steal the crowd from Cannon.
Isn't it crazy that he's home and has to steal the crowd? Like he everybody else in the card can do the little awkward West Coast W in the air and get the crowd. I feel like Pass can do that, but not as it won't be as effective as everybody else.
Well, geographically, he's 6-7 hours away. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole other world up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, as much as, don't get me wrong, the West Coast is gonna ride together from Southern Cali to Northern Cali, but it is 2 completely different. Those are parallel universes. You know what I'm saying? So, his pass is good, but he just doesn't get as much of a pass with that W as everyone else from Southern Cali does. But you know, if
he won that night.
If he's backed into a corner, he can pull out that W. He is backed into a corner though. Right. You know what I mean? But
it's still in California? You know what I'm saying? It's still West Coast. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this is a motherfucker that's not from the West Coast, California, anywhere, you know, near that region. So he can still go in there and play the hometown crowd shit. You know what I mean? And talk that street shit. You know what I mean? If he can out street Cannon,
yep.
You know what I mean? He can win his battle. And that's why, even though we can sit there and say, I just got off my scooter shit, and compare it to basketball, but battle rap is not basketball. It's boxing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get one lucky punch.
Facts.
Or a series of lucky punches, you know, to go ahead and win a round. That's what's going to count. It's going to be about how many punches he lands, how many haymakers he has, and if he can steal the crowd from young Cannon. So you got to sit down with Coach Money ahead of time and let me guide you, Pass.
Now, speaking of punches, Coach Money, do you recommend that Pass tries to up his punch game? Should he be trying to punch more frequently or just stick to what Pass does?
He's got to punch a little bit more frequently, but Pass is always, like, punched rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, Cannon's going to come in there and try to punch his lights out. And he can go in there and punch a little bit more frequently, but he also got to do something else. He's going to bring something else to the table that he hasn't done before. Make people be like, oh, my God, fucking Pass Words is the best. Let me go back and look at his other battles and shit like that.
Right.
With this particular battle, because I really feel like if he doesn't do well in this battle and comes away with a clear win, then it kind of puts a stain on, you know, his how can I say it? People want to see him. What's the right word I'm looking for? Pass has basically got to make us want to see him again.
Pass, right?
Period.
Yeah. He's got to have a memorable battle, man. It'll be dope for him to have a nice, memorable battle on that big ass stage. Everybody's in there, man, anticipating him doing great. Like if he shows out, that'll be fantastic for him. That'll be a nice notch on his belt. You know what I'm saying? He can chill out or take another battle if he wants to. But Pass, you got to show up and show out, my brother. You got to avenge that last time.
Don't go there for no classic. Go in there for a classic ass whooping.
Facts, man. Go in there for
but not on your end.
Go in there for a fight.
So
hit the randomizer.
We got the Philly native on the phone.
Yes, sir.
So might as well go to the Philly battle.
I was waiting for this.
Geechee versus Mr. Microwave Stopper.
Word, man. Coach.
I've gone on record saying this multiple times, and I'll go on record saying it again. I think Th3 is the biggest underdog in battle rap history. If you can name me one or maybe even two more, I challenge you. But I don't really see how Th3 can win this.
Coach Money, we're going to have to go to you for this one, my brother. Being that Tech is from your backyard, you're going to have to crack open this playbook, my brother, and tell us what Tech can do to win this battle. We're going to start with the positives.
Okay. So, again, I'm going to reiterate the same thing I just reiterated about 3 minutes ago.
Let's go.
This is battle rap. Mm-hmm. Anything can happen at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Point blank. Now, Tech's got to go in there and not try to do what Geechee does or whatnot. He's got to play to his strengths. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's going to look at it like Tech is going to attack him the way he maybe attacked Gems or maybe the way he attacked previous opponents, but nobody expected him to attack Gems the way he attacked Gems.
Right.
Tech is well aware of the fact that people are considering him the biggest underdog in battle rap history. He's acknowledged that.
Mm-hmm.
Numerous times on Twitter with this battle. But I think Tech would not have taken this battle if he has some sort of game plan. I don't think we're going to see a Th3 like any Th3 that we've seen before. Win, lose, or draw. I believe Tech is going to bring something different to the table. He's well aware of the fact that, Geechee auntie is going to be in the back making potato salad. You know what I'm saying?
His whole family going to be up in there.
His cousin's going to be in there selling bud. You know what I mean? His sister going to be at the bar pouring drinks. Tech is aware of all of this.
Are you drawing up a miracle and saying he's going to have a career performance? Or am I putting on the hot seat?
I'm not going to say he is, but it would. If Tech's going to have a career performance, I believe this is the battle too. Anybody could be beaten, you know what I mean? And people sitting here like Tech has 0% of a chance to win this battle. And remember, we didn't think a lot of people had any percentage of a chance to win any battles, you know, at certain points in time. We just didn't think
I can't remember the last time somebody's been this underwhelming of an underdog.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, this huge of an underdog.
Now, let me flip this. Do you think that with Gotti knowing how much, damn near the entire culture is saying that Tech is going to lose, right, this battle, like, do you think Geechee might come in there too cocky or just feeling himself a little too much or go in there a little lax against Tech, or you think he's bringing the full arsenal?
There's a lot of pressure on Geechee. There's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot. He's got to show, because specifically coming off that Raleigh performance that was so crazy against JC, he's got to now deliver better than that on the home stage now.
And having battled the night of traffic.
Facts.
No, but Geechee wants to fuck Tech up. That's the thing. He always want to battle Tech. He want to fuck Tech up. Yeah,
he is motivated, though.
After face-off they had, you know, at one of the pay-per-view events or whatnot. Yeah. He wants to beat Tech. He called Tech out, you know, for Tech's criticism of him. So despite the battles that Geechee has had, you know, within the past couple months, he's been wanting to battle Tech. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think he's going to go in there arrogant. I think Geechee is going to go in there angry. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a lot to get off his chest when it comes to Tech. And Tech respects Geechee. But as a Philly nigga, Tech, I got to tell you, throw that respect shit out the window. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Tech should just go in there and approach this nigga like he don't like him. Period. Because, I mean, he's on record saying, like, you know, hanging out with Geechee is cool. You know what I mean? He seems like a cool dude or whatnot, you know what I mean? And just being around him and stuff like that, he's cool. He's been on record multiple times saying that. Right. Fuck all that. This weekend, you do not like Geechee Gotti. You don't like Geechee nothing. You don't even like Lady Marmalade.
Nothing. You don't like John Gotti. You don't like Irv Gotti. Yo Gotti. Nothing.
You don't like niggas in D.C. that say the word Geechee. You don't like nothing associated with Geechee and
nothing
Gotti.
From
don't
South
like
Carolina. Nothing.
Has two G's. You don't even like Gucci because they got two G's in their name. You don't like Geechee right now, Tech. Throw all that respect shit out the window and go in there and do something legendary. You know what I mean? Like, he came with a brilliant game plan versus Jones. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to expand on your performance from, you know, that standpoint as well, because he wowed everybody and clearly beat Gems or whatnot. But, I mean, I'm not saying, like, Gems is a top guy or anything. You know what I mean? But still, and it's a grudge match. You know, when you went in there and performed and you came with a different angle and approach to this battle than any battle people have ever seen, you know what I mean? So definitely, I don't think he's going to approach this battle whatsoever like he did with Gems or any of his previous opponents. Tech, no, he got to take it back to the Philly Bull on the corner days, you know, and this is one of them type battles where you go into another nigga hood and you got to be strapped because anything could go down at any minute.
I'll say
during the course of this battle, you got to, you know, tap into that side of you when you were out there battling. So, like I said, this is Battlerap. Tech is a huge underdog in this battle, but he could win.
Yo, Tech.
Anything's possible.
Tech has pulled off a couple of the craziest performances we have ever seen in Battlerap, going back to SM1, right?
But the thing is that his back wasn't against the wall.
I hear you, but what I'm saying is, just like we were talking about,
against the wall here.
No, I'm saying in the past. Prime performances he's given us, his back wasn't against the wall like it is now.
But I'm saying,
if you back a Philly nigga in the corner, and you know what I'm saying, like,
you're using Philly bag right now, boy. Now, yo, and that's the thing. It's like Tech.
I'm not gonna be biased here.
Tech has done it before. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I fuck with Champion, and you know what I mean. I fuck with Philadelphia. You know what I mean. So
facts. Tech has done
definitely, you know what I mean. Feeling like I want to see Tech do great, you know what I mean, in this battle. I want to see him pull it off. I think it's possible. So I'm riding with Tech.
I think it's definitely possible for Tech to do well. You know what I'm saying? I think he could do well. Listen. I think he could win the crowd could get behind him.
I think he could win the coin toss.
Oh man!
Wow, Frank.
Damn.
Listen,
Where the fuck is Don DeMarco when you need him?
the best Tech9 can do is lose 2-1 clear.
All right, so you at least give him a chance to win a round.
That's the best he can do.
At least you didn't say the
But
best
you know
he
what?
could do is 3-0. Like,
Nah. But you know what? I have zero problem being incorrect in my prediction, and if I'm wrong, I will issue Tech9 an apology.
Okay.
I'm putting it on the record. I got it out there. But I don't know, man. Can I challenge you guys? Name me one underdog that was like this.
We tried to do this last time. I couldn't really come up with one like that.
Yeah, I can't really think of one. You know, at this point in time, like who was like a main underdog in a battle that, you know, nobody had coming out winning. I can't do it off the top of my head. I'm going to have to sit down and write this stuff down one day, and we're going to have to do a show about this. You know, y'all going to call me and feature me back up, and we're going to discuss this.
I asked around, and the answer I got was John versus Hitman, and I was like, that's pretty good, but John was pretty active.
John won that battle.
Man, I will say this. If some way, somehow, Tech pulls this upset off,
wow,
he is going to get a hero's welcome back to Philly. It's going to be cheesesteaks on the city. They're going to be carrying him like a Jewish wedding. They're going to be carrying Tech. They're
gonna throw Tech's name in the hat for champion of the year, and then he's going to be sitting across the desk like, all right, let me make my campaign for it.
Then he gonna be coaching Reed, getting ready for the Rex battle and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like shit would be crazy, man. If he finds a way to pull this would be nuts, man.
I mean, I don't even know if Tech and Black will even put Tech on the list. I mean, I could be wrong. You know what I mean?
I was completely joking.
I'm just saying. I know, but I'm just saying. You know,
right? They probably just
he wants to battle all new guys. So, you know what I mean? That's another thing I saw Tech say on Champion Live recently, is that he doesn't really want to battle any guy like in his class, enough like that. He wants to battle all the new guys. That's why he battled Gems. That's why he's battling Geechee. That's why he's setting up the Jack Boy main battle as well. Right. So, you know, Tech just got to really tap into making moments and shit like that, because Geechee is a puncher, you know what I mean? And like I said, he got to go tap back into that bag where, you know, we go into this nigga block and we end up fighting. We can end up shooting. This could be a real aggressive battle, but he got to approach this battle like there are no round limits. You know what I mean? Like when you on a corner and you just rapping until the last nigga rap. You know what I mean? The last nigga runs out of rounds. I mean, the first nigga runs out of rounds pretty much.
I will say this, man. Cracking that playbook open, going over to the Gotti side. I'm going back to our goods playbook. Geechee, I want to see you be the most aggressive you have been thus far. Like, if people really think he doesn't have a chance to win.
See, we talked about everybody throwing up the W, right?
My God.
Pascal throw up the W, he'll get a little wave. Bdot throw the W, he'll get a rally.
Yeah.
I don't think Tech can come back if Geechee just throws up that W.
It's gonna be if he throws up that W.
They all go crazy.
Oh, forget about it, man. He throws up that W, it's a wrap, man. You know what I mean?
Nigga, Aqueezy.
But Geechee's got to come out. Just keep on doing what you've been doing, Geechee, but turn that pressure up early. Like, you got to dim his lights early. Don't let him think he has a slither of a chance. If he goes first and you think that crowd is rocking with him, you better come out. If guns are blazing, you know what I'm saying? And just turn up on him, man, because don't even give Tech a shot, man, to even think he has a chance. So if people think he's already the biggest underdog ever, you apply that pressure from the beginning. He is a vet. So, you know, these things are going to bounce off his shoulders. He'll be able to come back and do a round 2 and do a round 3. Don't think like Tech is going to roll over or die. So you prepare fully and come out there super aggressive and get up on him, man. And you should have a good battle, Geechee.
Do not let Tech go first. Because if Tech goes first, if Tech step in your face and the first word he says is, nigga, you's a bitch, the crowd is going to go crazy.
Facts,
that's a big play.
Facts.
That's a big play right there.
And then if Tech does go first, the once he gets to that Wayne Avey part, he gets to throw up his dub first. You know what I'm saying? Like get Tech into that rhythm, into that mode. If Tech wins the coin toss, he should go first.
But I'll say one thing about Tech before we move on. As far as the playbook, right? I feel like when we think about athletes, right? Every athlete has that one game where they're not human. They're not in their body. Like their soul is just taking over and controlling the game. You know, everybody has that Michael Jordan game where he just nods. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Trailblazers game. Right?
Yeah, everybody has one of those. Yeah. And so battle rappers also have that too for the right night and the right opponent. So when I go back to underdogs, I think of one only person I can really think of with comparing Tech 9 and Geechee is K-Shine and Averb, because I remember those arguments in Total Slaughter, like the videos. Verb was just grown man in like K-Shine, and in the face off too. Like every time they had a video of them talking back and forth, Verb was just literally making him look foolish. And
Verb should have won that battle. I mean, you think about it, Verb was supposed to smoke Shine.
Listen, I can remember this vividly. Shine. I remember this vividly because I go back to it now sometimes and just look for prediction blogs and see people who pick Verb. The whole world was like dismissing it as like, I got Verb. Like, it was funny. I think 15 Minutes of Fame came up to Jay Black, asked for predictions. He just like nodded his head like, look, man, Verb's going to win this. Like, everybody like dismissed K-Shine. And I think that's something that gets swept under the rug. And I don't ever let it get swept under the rug. And that K-Shine that night was, I think this is his best of his career. It was a whole different level of rapping. There was no filler. Like, it's as if he knew he had the 3 best rounds of his life and he gave it to Verb. So it's very possible that maybe Tech 9 could have found that and maybe give it a Geechee if he hasn't done that in the past already.
Stars do got to align for him to make it happen.
I feel like every battle rapper has a set of performances that build their standard as to what's expected of them, and some of those standards have to be tapped into when searching in the future opponents. And that Verb battle is one of the battles that sets the standard for K-Shine. The same way the Miles battle sets the standard for
Tech 9.
For Tech 9. And the Av battle is like a standard for Geechee. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So really, Geechee's got to go in there. He got to go in there on his LA shit. I dragged you out here to whoop your ass type attitude. You understand what I'm saying? You got so much shit to say about me. He got to reiterate what he said from the face off. Like, you a nigga that talk about my brother going to do this, my brother going to do that. What you going to do? You have to take that type of approach to Tech because, I think we're going to get – I don't think we're going to get Tech in a suit. You know what I'm saying, for this battle. I don't think we'll get a suit.
He said he's not bringing the suit out. He said the suit was just for gyms, and he's definitely going to come differently for Geechee. I'm telling you, man, this better be this.
How hot it is, Tech put a one-piece sticky on.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know what time it is. It's time
put on that
Dickies,
man. Dickies with the Timbs. That's how you got to come with it, man. I'm telling you, man. You got to come with the Dickies, man, and really like show out. Like Tech's got to put on. He's got to bring some theatrics. Like, he's got to use that grand personality. You saw how he controlled that crowd in Houston. I know he was just emceeing and getting the crowd live. But he's got that in him. You know what I'm saying? He has to bring the theatrics. Geechee is bars and aggressiveness and, real talk and connecting with the crowd. But Tech, man, he's able to get that crowd to go to another level just from being him. Like, he has that special quality about him. He tunes into that. You never know how this could go, man.
Why has Tech 9's presence as far as, like, creating humor? Why is it not existing anymore? Like I know this is a really old battle and it's a small room battle, but like when you see him in Arsenal, like he could just keep his eyes closed, and, like just like Geechee did. Like, eyes closed, fold his hands and talk, and it's like you're just gonna listen to what he has to say. Why is that? Why is that all gone or not existent now?
But that's one of the standard Tech 9 performances. That people look into when they think about Tech 9 as well. You understand what I'm saying? So Tech has also got to tap into that at the same time. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Geechee's got to go in there and be on this West Coast shit, and steal the crowd on a repeat. Can't let Tech go first. If Tech goes first, then Tech, if he wins the coin toss, he's got to go first.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? And first thing you got to say to this nigga is, nigga, you's a bitch.
And then rock
Period. You know what I'm saying? And you got to go in there and street talk with him, and you're going to have to punch. You're going to have to punch.
Fact.
You know what I mean? That's not something we necessarily seen Tech do. But punches don't necessarily have to be word, like phrases where you use like or as.
Exactly.
Like just the way you set it up. It doesn't have to be a simile or a metaphor. It's just the way you set it up. You know what I mean? To where you build the impact around it, you know? So we got to structure his, like, bars or whatnot. Not every bar, he doesn't have to do this, but just, you know, structure some powerful punches into his formula, because that's not something we've necessarily seen Tech do a lot. He's capable of it. I think, you know, during the course of, you know, commentating and stuff like that, he's picked up on a few things that he can add, you know, to bring some new things that he didn't have in his style before to what he does, to what he's already has. You know what I mean? I think that's what gave him the edge in the gyms battle.
Well said.
Facts, man. Good point, Coach Money.
Yeah, well said, man.
Shit, man.
Doesn't change my
Doesn't
change my opinion.
LeBron, you know,
I want you to know that.
You got to get Geechee.
That was nice.
Geechee out of here.
That was nice and all. It doesn't really change my opinion, but that was well said.
But I'm still all in all, though, I am looking forward to this battle.
Right.
Guys have been going back and forth with it, and Geechee's just been impressing me battle after battle.
Right.
He's one of those rare guys that I look forward to what he's actually gonna say. You know, like when Jada Kiss's verse would be coming up, you know you about to get that shit that like nobody else can give you. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel. Like I'm ready for the goosebumps. I'm ready for the like I'm ready for all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And with Tech. Tech, me personally, he's one of my favorites. I know I'm going to get some humor. I'm going to get some old school stuff. I'm going to get some hard stuff, some heartfelt stuff. I'm going to get some bars that ain't, like Coach Money said, that ain't similes, but that just hit home. You know what I'm saying? And there's something to be said about that nostalgic feel that hits home. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to this battle 100%. It's going to be a good look for both guys, a better look for one guy more than the other, ultimately at the end of the day. But it's going to be fire, though, man.
Last thing I gotta say, you know what I mean, before we send Team Tech onto the court,
talk about it.
School them, because if your angle is to go out there and take out not even necessarily take out, but to take on the newer competition, then school them on how to move out here and how to make yourself better. Because we've seen that be successful for a number of battle rappers.
You know, I just did it with Twork.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You know what I mean? And Verb did it with Twork as well.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So school that nigga and go in there and be aggressive.
They have a lot of similarities now that you mention that. So there is a little bit of a style matchup in between both the way they rap and deliver their material. So there could be an interesting comparison and dialogue between them as well. I feel like we're gonna get good. I feel like every battle on Initiation. we're gonna get good dialogue.
Facts, man. Initiation once again.
I think definitely for somebody, whatchamacallit, of Geechee's caliber and his style, I think Tech is a great vet to have on his resume, or just a great battle in general.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? To have on his resume, you know, when you comparing his style to other people that he's matched up against.
That is true too.
I'm not saying like they sound alike or anything like that, but I think like he's a street guy, you know what I'm saying? To me, Geechee and Tech is like a street corner battle. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that battle. There's certain battles I look at like that, but like that shit can happen anywhere in the world and be a great battle. Yeah,
man. I'm definitely looking forward to that one, man. Initiation this Saturday, man.
Sunday, man.
I'm sorry. I keep getting that wrong. Sunday.
Damn, is there so many like interesting things that came up? Now imagine some old school shit where like you remember the Philly versus Norristown battles? Imagine you see a Tech and Geechee in that setting.
That would be crazy.
That'd be pretty interesting too.
That'd be ill.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fire battle. On to the next one, my brother.
All right, man. Let's take it from the top of the main event of this card, the headliner.
Rum Nitty versus Brizz Rothstein.
Yes, sir.
Boom. What you thinking about that one, my brother?
I'm actually looking much more forward to it now after their known performances.
And why is that?
You know, I like how you laugh, because honestly, like going into it, I think there was a little bit of fatigue for some reason. Like people heard, like Rum Nitty was battling John, and instantly we heard Rum Nitty and Brizz. So we're like, oh damn, like more like we just seen Rum lose. How can we get excited to see Rum again? Is Rum overworking himself? Because then we find out eventually that he's on Gnome, and these battles are 2 weeks apart, and he's had a history of, choking at times. It just happened to him. So we get a little concerned as fans, obviously, like, are we going to get a good battle? But since they both came off a performance that I'm sure they're not content with, they're not happy with, they're going to both realize, yo, this could be a chance for me to look good again and for you to look good again.
Yeah.
And they're both very well performers.
Coach Money?
Man, it is going to be an interesting battle to see, with these two coming off their known performances, because it looks like both of them are coming off pretty. Nitty versus Surf is a clear L. I'm sorry. Surf won the first 2 rounds. I'm not a fan of, what Surf did in his third or whatnot, but come on, man. There's not a soul in the world. I don't care what niggas say.
But you know what, though? Nitty's first round was really fucking good.
It was. It really was. It really. I think his second round was really fucking good, too.
Yo, if you dissect the second rounds, you're gonna find a lot in Nitty's bars.
Honestly, I replay the battle. No, Surf has the win for me, but I watch the battle now for Nitty more than Surf.
I think for me, should we even go into this?
We're not gonna go into Surf and Nitty too much. We're just saying, like, as far as Nitty's last performance, Nitty did good, even though he lost clearly, and we're talking about Surf, not how good he did.
I'm not gonna put the clearly word on there.
That's fine, but consensual at least. And it's like he's like, damn, I know I did really fucking well. I know I wrote really good for Surf. I know I did perform. Yeah, I had a little fumble for like 5 seconds, but other than that, my performance was great. Why is nobody fucking with it? And he gets to be back-to-back main events.
Cracking that playbook open, I say, Nitty, you tackle that Surf topic off top. I say, you open up the battle. You talk about how you made the GOD of the URL look human, how you made him quit, how he, you know what I'm saying? How you talk about that, and then you bring that into what you've got
very
going
briefly.
On now. Yeah, not crazy, but I think because he can throw in a couple of haymakers in there and get the crowd going. You know what I mean?
I think if he opens his first round with like a reference from the Surf battle, says something, and it makes a punchline of Surf choking and uses it against Brizz, boom, we're gonna be right there with it.
That's what I'm saying.
And
like
that's a good play.
And the thing is, it's like we know him for the punches, and I'm not saying he has to stray from that. I don't want him to stray from what he's doing, but this is a clear opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To bring in a new wrinkle and address something and get the crowd on your side, because the crowd's already like, yo, homeboy quit on us. You know what I'm saying? So use that and then go straight into the Brizz angle and then take it from there. You know what I'm saying? And
he's technically home, right?
He's on the West, brother. You know what I mean?
love how California has embraced him, even though he's from Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because in reality, the Lakers and the Phoenix and Phoenix Suns, we kind of don't like each other, to be real.
Facts.
But what are some plays for Brizz? Because I feel like Brizz has been a little bit on a decline in his last 3 battles. Can we see an elite Brizz again?
I mean, we definitely can. Brizz is too talented for us to not see another elite Brizz again. But I don't think, like, we saw, like, how can I say, a scary Brizz, like, against Charlie Clips. You know, and Brizz has sat out for a while. You understand what I'm saying? So I expected to, see an electrifying Brizz against Clips. You understand what I'm saying? And I think Nitty has been calling out Brizz, for the longest, as well as he had been calling out Surf for the longest. But even though Nitty did real well in his last battle, in all of his rounds, it still wasn't an elevated Nitty. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think Nitty looked scary in his last battle either. He looked like Nitty. You understand what I'm saying? I think both of them are in a must-win situation right now, period, point blank, because at the end of the day, y'all can't afford to lose because of what's happened at the Houston event. I mean, Nitty, you got saved by the fucking bell. Zach Morris, I was about to say Zach Slater. But
Zach Slater. Yeah,
I'm up here creating players and shit like that. I've been playing too much goddamn Pro-Am today.
Man.
But he got saved by the bell. Like, if Surf wouldn't have choked, we would not be talking about Nitty whatsoever. The consensus, after Nitty Surf battle is not like what Nitty's bars were. It's that Surf choked. So Nitty won. Nobody's talking about Nitty's performance.
That's what I'm saying. So I know he has to be frustrated about that. That he says, you know what? I know I had a good performance, but it's getting underrated right now.
Right. Whereas Brizz, they just kind of had like a so-so battle.
But that was a bad match to begin with, because we all said it like that. The style matchup just wasn't going to favor him.
That it is, but ultimately at the end of the day, this is why you're a professional. You know what I'm saying? And the material that he brought was just generic Brizz material. Like, it wasn't too crazy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything that was over the top. And I definitely think Nitty has more driving him now to have an even better battle. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Brizz has to draw that inspiration from somewhere. And we don't know where he's going to draw that from, because we haven't necessarily been seeing that from him. You feel me?
I think they should go earlier if they could.
Absolutely.
Don't not be the last battle of the night.
Even though, but they are the headliners, though.
We've seen it happen before.
We've seen it. You know,
if I was them, I'll say we're guys with energy. We need energy. On the card shrunk because Stewie Newman and the Snake Eyes isn't on it no more. Right. Oh, but Stewie Newman's battling drugs now.
Is that that's on the same card?
He got a replacement match too.
Okay, on the main stage.
Yeah. So I was just thinking about that. Like,
yo, your man Drugs is making a big leap.
He really lucked out with this last minute, like, call out, I guess, in a sense, where he got an opportunity, so he could take really full advantage.
Son got to show up.
We'll get to that, but yeah. So they definitely should go as early as they can. They're both energetic guys. They're performers. They're gonna move a lot. It's gonna be a lot of spinning, jumping, finger waving. You know what I'm saying? Screaming, body movement, duck low,
a lot of sweating in this battle. Man.
Yes,
it's gonna be a hectic battle, man. Nitty has to definitely play up those punches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Play up those punches. You know you can get to Brizz, and you know that Brizz, if he's not in his groove and if the crowd is not reacting to him as well as he normally has, he normally tones it down a little bit. You know what I mean? But maybe Brizz was just playing down, quote unquote, air quotes, down to the level of competition he thought he was going to get with Clips. But he cannot. I'm saying air quotes. I'm not
even gonna support that, because he's been the same in his last three, and before Clips he had two big matches.
All right, so if we're going by that theory, you think he's gonna be able to bring it?
Listen, Clips is a headliner, man. Like, that's the thing. Clips. Not Clips. Brizz is a headliner. Like, he headlined Volume 1. Him and O'Reilly was the main event. You know what I'm saying? He's headlining against Rum Nitty right now. He's a headliner. He needs to bring it.
He has to bring it.
Yeah.
He has to bring
it. You got to tap into that Arsenal bag, that Ill Will bag, that UF bag. I said it before on Champion. You got to bring two instead of one. Like I said, this announcement, I was in the break room, leaned back in my chair, and almost hit my head on the soda machine. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm excited about this matchup. I know how long Brizz has been, sitting. And, he should be prepared and clipped up. Like, he could, like you said, been playing possum, and playing to the level of competition, that he expected to get with Clips. But, I told y'all.
He sound like Boozy daughter.
I told y'all.
I will acknowledge the fact that Rum Nitty's had a hit list, and he's getting everybody one by one, though, on that hit list. He wanted Clips, he got Clips. He wanted Ill Will, he got Ill Will. He wanted Brizz, he got Brizz. He wanted Surf, he got Surf. He wanted Iron wanted him, but he wanted a Legend plate. And before that, he's battled vets. Before that too, he battled Arsenal, battle Rex, battle Magic.
Yeah, he's got a nice little resume getting lined up here, man.
Yeah,
nice little resume lined up. But keys for Brizz?
My keys for Brizz are going to be aggression. He's going to have to punch.
More hash browns. He didn't eat enough for
Clips.
We said
that last time.
No, he didn't eat enough for Clips. He needs more. He needs more.
Yeah, man. He needs a lot in the McDonald's and eat nothing but hash browns. Don't eat no steak bagels. Don't eat no egg McMuffins. Don't eat no pancakes or nothing, Brizz. Hash browns.
They order 50 hash browns, man.
50 hash browns a day, man.
Oh, man. You need to do an all-nighter at McDonald's and just eat hash browns, bro. Those are the keys to victory here. Brizz is very talented and very capable of going in there and winning this battle. But he also has to fight the fact that he's on the West Coast, too. And that might not be Phoenix, but Nitty is going to play to the West. You understand what I'm saying? To get that crowd on his side at some point in time. You understand what I'm saying? We haven't seen him do it like that when he's, battled on the West Coast, but this might be the battle when he definitely does take that step and takes that angle and approach. Not fully throughout the battle, but just, use it as, a crush somewhat. Not a crush, but just like, part of his game plan.
Facts.
So Brizz's got to go in there, and do what he has to do and tap into, his strengths and figure out what his weaknesses are. And don't overreact, because you got a problem with necessarily rapping past the time. And you don't wind up finishing the way you normally should finish. You know what I mean? It's always, when's the last time we got a complete Brizz round? Well, probably at Houston, because nobody got called time on in Houston. Nobody's talking about that neither. You know what I'm saying? But nobody got time called on them in Houston, which was amazing.
That's
or
true.
whatnot. But Brizz has got to be prepared to, structure his rounds and finish strong, because that's what's taken away from a lot of Brizz's performances, that he's unable to completely finish his rounds. You got to get straight to the point and close beautifully.
Cut out any excess fat from your rounds, man. We don't want to hear no filler. Come with straight heat, because we know Nitty's coming with straight heat.
Brizz.
Exactly, man.
What's the playbook open for Stewie Newton and Drugs? The last minute match that's been announced a couple of days ago.
Stewie, completely new material. Don't try to build around the material that you had for Snake Eyes. I really wanted to see Stewie and Snake Eyes or whatnot. I was excited when I saw it, and I'm glad that Stewie is going to be a part of this card.
I felt like Snake Eyes was for a while not taking him as serious as he should have. He was kind of just throwing him under the bus, sweeping him under the rug, and it's kind of just you know what, I don't got to go to the highest level of myself to beat him. I feel like he was just underestimating him for a while. So I could have got ugly for Snake Eyes low key.
I think Snake would have came prepared.
He would have came prepared, but I think Stewie would have definitely been all the way ready to turn up and have one of those momentous type of performances, you know what I mean, that sets his standard of which, Stewie Newton to be, had this Snake Eyes battle happen. I don't think he should just go in there with all new material for Drugs. He'd be going in there angry and approach this battle mad because, nigga, I had Snake Eyes buzzing on URL more than you. Get the fuck out of here. Excuse me. I'm helping build URL West Coast. Get the fuck out of my way, you little peasant. Now, you need to take that approach and come with all new material, and don't try to build around the material you have for Snake. Save that shit, because you're still going to wind up battling Snake Eyes, especially if you do good versus Drugs. If you do bad against Drugs, Snake Eyes has more of a playing field to be like, oh, nigga, you lost in Drugs.
Is this a win-win?
On URL like that,
is this a win-win for Drugs, low key? Is this this is a win-win for him, right?
Unless he gets bodied.
Yeah.
True.
This is a big stage for him.
Unless
you know what I mean?
Like
you said, unless he gets bodied, you know what I mean?
What's he got to lose? He's going to be on.
He really doesn't have much to lose.
He's going to be on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's going to be in front of everybody's eyes, because they're probably going to be the first battle, right? So he's going to be in front of everyone's eyes. He gets a chance to showcase his talent. And if he does well, he could always say, hey, man, this was short prep, a week, less than a week or whatever. And if he does decent, hey, other leagues are looking, URL's looking. And if he wins, it's like, yo, this was the best come up he's had in this battle rap thing.
This could be kind of like the Glueezy and Danny thing, where Glueezy came 5 days prep.
Glueezy dead ass stole the battle from Danny
and stole the
Myers,
battle from Danny, where Drugs doesn't really have much to lose, and both are going to be respected for even putting on the show in such short time. Where also Stewie doesn't really take a hit neither, because he's like, you know what? Fun fact.
Go for it.
Fun fact. Check this out. Here's a stat. Here's a fun fact for you guys. Danny was supposed to battle K-Shine in Cali, a Harlem versus Cali battle, but it got ducked. Stewie's supposed to battle Snake Eyes, another Harlem guy that didn't make it out to Cali.
That's ill, man. That's crazy.
So it's Harlem we're not gonna see Harlem in Cali for a while. That's what it is. For a minute. But
not since Vendetta.
I think both these guys really don't have much to lose, so this is good for the most part. It's kind of like just.
I say to both guys, right? Because I'm gonna make this playbook short and sweet. To both guys, bars, bars.
Right.
You're probably going first. The crowd is
Set the
going to be
tone.
thirsty.
Set the tone.
Just come with your punches. Don't try to get, we don't know nothing about your personal lives. We don't really care. Don't get too deep. We're not that invested into it.
This is where you cater to the crowd more than to the opponent.
This is like an old school battle where it's like, yo, my man got bars and my man over here got bars.
Right.
Rap.
Right.
And that's what you do. Like you on an old school corner, just rap until Smack tells you time. But don't go crazy. Don't write no 10-minute rounds. Nobody's trying to hear all that. But just come in with straight bars that could just be for anybody, your most fire stuff, and just make a good impression. That's it. And then you'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Or you get another opportunity to do something. Simplest playbook you'll ever hear.
I disagree with a little bit along the lines of neither one of them have anything to lose. I think that Stewie does have something to lose because this is Stewie's shot. You understand what I'm saying? And it's on the West Coast, you know, on one. This is like, I was going to say West Coast Normal Summer Madness, but it's at different clubs. It's not like there's a stage that I don't think. But this is like a big card, you know, with big names on it. And Stewie has been consistent and been putting in work on URL and off URL. You understand what I'm saying? And he just doesn't necessarily get the opponents that, you know.
He's been no-showed a lot this year. He has been no-showed a lot this year.
Yeah, he's got to take all that out on drugs. You understand what I'm saying? He's got to prove to URL, like, hey, I'm not going to miss my moment. I know this is my moment to shine or whatnot. So I'm going to come in here and do what I got to do. He needs a clear win. You know what I mean? To go ahead and prove that. Not a good battle, with a clear win. I don't want to hear after the battle like, you know, last minute, and I was trying to, you know, I was really focused on, you know, preparing for Snake Eyes, and I had to do this at the last minute. That's what I'm saying. Come with all fresh material, because if you go in there with the material that you have for Snake Eyes, and you try to just mix in some new shit, then you in possible danger of maybe even forgetting something or leaving something out. Go in there with all new material. Take the fact that you've been no-showed a lot, you know, within the past year, and the fact that you know this is your moment, and combine all of those elements into your plan of attack. You know what I mean? And have a plan of attack for drugs as well. For drugs, I say you got to go in there and let this nigga know, like, I'm not just a Goonie affiliate. I'm a Goonie, nigga, and Goonies are here to take over Battlerap.
Yo, I
think
that's the best speech I've heard in the huddle ever.
But you know what I mean? He got to pretty much go in there and understand this is his moment too. You being called up to the big league, Jay. You getting called from the minors to the majors. You getting called from the G League to the NBA. What's the dude name that played the last game?
Oh, the Lakers dude.
At the end of the yeah.
Andre Ingram.
Yeah, you gotta have an Andre Ingram moment. You know what I mean? Are they going to bring him back to Cleveland Prime? What's going on here? Y'all gonna bring Andre Ingram back? Is that why? You know what I mean? Y'all freeing up this cap space.
You make a really good point. You make a great point about Stewie needing to win.
Give him a $250,000, call it a day.
I love it. You do make a great point. I just felt like, you know, a lot of people have the respect for the warrior mentality of, oh shit, you're taking the battle in 5 days on the big stage. As, hey, if you just get through your materials and give us something solid, we're gonna clap it up. We're gonna probably gas your shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But if Stewie loses,
but you know what? Good. But I guess Danny and Glue isn't the same as the Stewie and
right, because Stewie's still trying to make his bones, and you know,
right. Glue already been to the West Coast. Glue already had a handful of battles. Then Danny's Danny, so they just respect the fact that Danny is grinding for battle. He didn't need to. Danny had battled so much that if he gets no-showed, he doesn't need to take another opponent just out of his stature.
Facts.
Yeah, I told y'all in the last playbook, man, Danny won't smoke with whoever. If a little kid is swinging on a swing and they spitting bars at it, so Danny won't smoke with whoever, bro.
Bar God.
I guess we could segue now to the last battle, which may be a lot of people's main event. And I'm gonna go on the record and saying this too. Quote me on it. Timestamp me. Screenshot me. Do what you gotta do. Danny Myers and New Jersey Twork has potential to be Battle of the Year.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. You know what I mean? It could be an all-time battle.
Yo, I think
bars on top of bars. Twork has never stood in front of nobody that can match his adrenaline. You understand what I'm saying? And I said this in the last playbook about Suge.
Adrenaline.
You know, you understand what I'm saying? But adrenaline-wise, Danny's a little bit. He's not as big as Suge. He can jump around and move around and shit like that around that stage. You saw like what he was doing with Shine, you know what I'm saying, how he was maneuvering in that small room. You give Danny a big stage, like Danny did pretty good on a big stage to me against Rex, except for just bar God at every 2 fucking seconds. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Danny's control of that stage and shit like that, yeah, I mean, and Twork is going to go in there expecting Danny to play the West Coast angle, you know what I mean? And I don't want Danny to rely too heavily on that. Go in there and bark on Twork. You know what I'm saying? He's a little bit taller than you. Jump up, get in his face. You know what I'm saying? Be aggressive. Push that nigga the fuck around. Don't shake his hands, Danny. You're too fucking friendly. Stop shaking niggas' hands. Wait till after the battle is over.
I don't think
don't shake Twork's hand at all.
I hope not. Honestly, I hope not.
On the playbook for you know, Team Danny going into this huddle is that do not shake this nigga hand. Period. Don't watch no Twork videos.
It's funny you said that.
Don't watch the fucking New Jersey Nets play. Well, they don't play no more than the Brooklyn Nets.
Danny Myers was on watch.
With Jersey.
Danny Myers was on watch, and he was watching JC versus Twork, and I think this was before the battle was announced. And he was literally there deconstructing Twork's lines.
He was picking everything apart.
He caught everything that Twork was saying.
I don't like that one. That one didn't go right with there because that word doesn't go right with that
word.
Oh,
but I like this one. I like that one. I don't like that. So he respects Twork's pen he has a high admiration for people that have good pens. And he's like, you know what? Although Twork is a great performer, he's energetic, he's loud, he has a special move, he bounces around, he's a crowd favorite. He actually has a pen underneath all of that. So Danny's like, you know what? I get to match adrenaline, match energy, and get to actually pens, and match pens.
I think Danny's gonna go another layer deeper, man.
And Twork threw a shot at Danny way back in the day.
Yeah, he respects Danny. He knows what's up. I think this might be the most intricate Danny we get mixed in with the most charged up Danny that we've ever gotten. Right. Because we know Twork is a freaking fireball of energy up there. And we know Danny to be super energetic. But I think Danny is writing like 4 parallels at once, man. We're going to get universes out the wazoo. We're going to get all kinds of deep layered bars. We're going to get all kinds of Egyptian themes that we got to like go to the hieroglyphics to deconstruct. Like, I think this is going to be the most intricate writing we're gonna get from Danny.
You know what's crazy too? Sometimes I feel like Danny Myers' pen is not like it's not crazy lyrical. It's crazy it's creative.
It's creative.
It's creative. Yes. Like I'm not reading his lyrics and it's like, oh, I'm deconstructing something, but I'm reading it like, wow, I never thought of that. Yeah. This is fresh. This is new. Oh, this is good. This is a good metaphor. This is a good double entendre. This has never been used before, and he doesn't repeat nothing. And doesn't get caught ever like with taking bars or getting accused of it. That's already an angle for him and Twork.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like Danny's pen is not appreciated as much as it should be. Like you said, it's like so interested and like creative, you know, the way he puts his shit together. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And it gets overshadowed by the fact that he bounces around and jumps around a lot and says, bar God, like every 2 seconds. But his pen is not as appreciated as it should be. You understand what I'm saying? And it really needs to be. And I've been waiting for somebody to battle Danny that can match his adrenaline. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like, this is a dream battle. You understand what I'm saying? For me, because they can match one another in a way. It's kind of like a mirror match. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If certain elements of Twork style I can compare to Danny's style, especially early on Danny. You understand what I'm saying? But Twork is a little bit.
Can we highlight the fact that Twork is now taking road games?
Yeah.
Volume 2 was in Florida. And now he battled in Houston. He's battled in a couple other states. He has a battle in Ohio, right? Against Danger Zone.
He's comfortable on the road also.
He get right battle here. He's about to battle on Battle Academy.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, August 11th.
So he's getting his road game up.
He definitely is. Yeah, cracking my playbook open for Danny, I will say this. Definitely construct your bars well like you did for the Bdot battle, where you had a clear plan. And just like how Suge had a clear plan when he was battling Twork, definitely come with a clear plan, come with your clear angles, and give me something to hold on to like you did in that Bdot battle. Super creative. I need Danny to have a well thought out, well structured attack on Twork. I know he's going to give me the bars no matter what, but I know Danny, and I know he's sneaky, and I know he knows when he has to write to another level, and we're going to have to look out for that. Like, this is what I'm going to enjoy about this battle, like trying to figure out what do I have to hold on to for the next round and picking up with it. I think Danny has to take that and weave it all through his rounds and get even more creative on Twork, because you know it's going to get crazy. Like when Twork does the bounce or he lands something and he's yelling, and Danny lands his freaking, when he lands his bombs and he starts yelling, the more they get amped, the more they're going to amp the other guy. This battle is going to get crazy, son. It's going to get crazy.
It sounds like we have high expectations. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I do.
Right.
I do. I don't see why we shouldn't.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't see why we shouldn't.
Reason to.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
two highly
fair.
skilled pen guys, two guys with lots of energy, two guys who have delivered on the highest stages before. This battle should be nothing less than...
Right.
I'm not going to say the whole C word, but this battle should be teetering on that. If they both come with it. That's the goal with this one. So
I do think Twork versus Suge, he finally figured out how to structure his rounds, and I hope he's very aware.
A little bit more.
Yeah, I hope he's more aware of that, but I also hope he's aware that Danny Myers is not going to take him light at all. No. You know, I hope he is fully aware of that. So like, there's no stumbles, there's no chokes. Obviously, we have to be concerned about just because he has choked a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so that is a fair concern. I don't think he will choke, and I do think he does understand the magnitude of this moment in this battle. So he's like, you know what? Like, we could really fuck shit up with this battle. Yeah,
they can get a, you know, Danny, man, he's always in the running for a Battle of the Year.
And award, I think Twork can even put his name in Battle of the Year if this becomes an all-time performance as well.
Listen, man, Twork is up there, like within the top 3 for champion of the year right now.
You think top 3?
Hey, man. Twork is.
I say top 5, but he's in there.
He's still been electrifying.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And especially like after that Suge performance, it was so fucking good. I think Twork was flawless in that performance. That was like one of the standards I'm going to hold Twork to. It was a great battle because of the simple fact that Suge understood, like, you know what I mean, at some point in time, you got to pass the torch or whatever, but I'm not going to bow down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit here and fight with you. I can't go far with you.
Like, from the wavy battle when Twork lost to now where he's at is crazy.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing that holds him back from being, you know, undeniable, like, top of the year, for the simple fact that you lost in that wavy battle pretty clearly. You understand what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, Danny has got to open up my playbook and understand this, that Twork is going to attack that 12K angle to perfection. So you got to be prepared for that. Put a 10 and 2 1s in your pocket and say, yeah, what you want 12 to? You know what I'm saying? I gave Rex 12, but I'm only giving this Twork bitch $12. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to fucking wipe out that angle completely. You know how crazy that crowd would go if he just throws $12 at him, and the fact that this nigga name is Twork and he flips that shit? Oh my God. I need to be a fucking battle rap manager, bro.
That's why we here.
I don't care where he needs to structure that into his round somewhere to attack, you know, that shit. And the fact you can play on Twork and the money angle. Come on, man. I'll attack Danny Myers in this shit as soon as it drops.
I will say this also. For Twork cracking open that playbook, definitely be focused. Be focused. Do not sleep on this battle. Do not take Danny Myers lightly, because you could lose this battle clearly if you take him for a joke. But I don't think he will. Because I don't think he will.
But it is safe to say, yo, we need to be sure that you are taking him.
Because, you know, if we're gonna crack open the playbook and really, like, you know, give him something to go on, is like, don't play. Don't try to write your rounds.
You know what? I'm gonna dismiss the feeling of being worried that he takes him serious just because of the demographic, where I feel like.
What about how close the battles are? What about how close in dates the battles are?
Well, no. Of course, we're gonna be concerned about that, just in general with anybody. But as far as Twork and his passive choking or like having little stumbles and fumbles and shit, I'm gonna give him the dismissal of not being concerned about that, just because I think he understands that he's going to Cali. URL has been expanding. Yeah. And this time, every time you go to a new city, you can really rock it out. I mean, at the end of the day, when he lost to Wavy, he was like quote unquote
Kind
home.
of at home. Yeah.
He's kind of at home. So like
not really.
We've seen this year for some reason
he was
people.
Home, it was in the DMV.
Yeah,
I
like
don't care. He came out repping the DMV movement. Now he's like, man, he's not a part of DMV.
And I've noticed this year, like people home games, they don't.
Home.
Like having the home game isn't the craziest.
People want to go on the road now. It means
right.
It means you're important now. If they're
right.
taking you on the road with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's ill. They kind of flipped the narrative now. Before it was I want a home game. I want a home game. Now it's like dudes are like, yo, I got to show up on the road.
Verb has been preaching this for years, and now we're like, Verb, you were right.
Yeah, man.
You know, like take
them
on the road and see what happens.
That's what I said earlier. I'm glad that they started going on the road again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And really seeing how these crowds are going to, anticipate these battlers. And one thing I loved about that Houston crowd was them niggas booed Scotty.
Right?
That was great.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was the first battle of the fucking night. Scotty is fucking huge in Houston.
They gave him the 3-0. They gave him the 3-0.
Listen, we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's how these crowds are approaching things. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at the last, traffic event, like that crowd was showing everybody love. Yeah. Like T-Rock might as well have been in fucking Urban Plaza.
Facts, man. Man, it's gonna be an ill night, man. This Sunday, it's gonna be an ill night, my dude.
Are you guys riding with Danny overall? Are you guys? Is that the corner you guys are gonna sit on?
I think Danny has to bring some theatrics to this battle. You understand what I'm saying? Don't try to fucking come in there with a hood on and pull your hood off.
Oh my God! If he comes in with a hood, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Just be you.
I saw the bouncing around video. Don't get too crazy.
Just be you.
Don't get too crazy. Just be the bar god, man. Like, just be the bar god on 10. That's
a lot of people in this event just have to kind of be themselves.
I am looking forward to that parallel universe, though, man. I tell you that because he's, like you said, super creative with that. I'm looking forward to that one, man.
Like Danny Myers reminded me again why I became a fan of Danny Myers when I watched him against Saint Knight. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't think that battle was close at all. People call that battle a classic, whatever. No, I don't think that battle was close. I think Danny won that 3-0.
Really, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But what I think Danny has to do, like I said, is bring some theatrics to this battle. He has to attack Twork's mistakes and remind Twork of the mistakes he's made. And the fact that he's so much older. He's like 14 years older than Twork.
Yeah.
You know, understand what I'm saying? He's got a, like, old head young boy. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. Right. So he really got to, like, spank Twork, you know what I'm saying? Pause. But he got to, like, spank Twork and smack him around a little bit. You know what I mean? And show him, like, listen, let this old man teach you a lesson. Then this old man can't step off this motherfucking porch and whoop your ass. Okay, young bud, let me roll my sleeves up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. And I'm going to beat your ass. And I'm going to teach you a lesson while I'm whooping your ass. That's got to be Danny's whole approach. Don't try to Don't try to mock Twork too much. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I got a big play for Danny.
Go for it.
Damn, I'm actually give away an angle that might be used. Hopefully not. Right. What if Danny takes an angle about how he goes to smaller leagues all the time, gives his all, but Twork goes and he says he doesn't care, and kind of flips it on him, saying he kind of robs the culture that way.
Of course he's gonna do that. I mean, I don't think that's even giving away an angle. That's an obvious angle, but don't use the obvious angles of attack. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Come with angles that are original. Example. Danny has never been called out for biting.
Right.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He got to, attack Twork's mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. I think also, too, Danny said that, Verb passed him the chain, and now he wants to pass the chain on to Twork.
He said that.
Yeah, no, he said that. So this is definitely going to be one of those Mr. Miyagi, Daniel-son type of battles.
Danny said back in the day his first rap name was Madness.
Yeah.
So he's like, now he's battling somebody with
But for Danny, though, don't get too lost, you know what I'm saying, in trying to do that, though. Because remember when he tried to do that, comparing hip-hop to the kind of I used to love her type thing, like, let us know exactly where Twork is messing up, but don't get too crazy and drawn out with it. You know what I'm saying?
One round of that is enough.
Yeah, don't get too crazy.
Danny's got to get in his shit, let Twork know. Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, I battle Papoose. I battled Lady Luck. I battled Drag On. Like, I moved to fucking New York by myself. Battle niggas on the corner. Then he has to take that type of approach and attitude, like, within his battle. Like, nigga, okay, yeah, battle rap, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, my life is over. You know what I'm saying? People be able to say, I battled people in the rap game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Besides battle rap. And the fact of the matter is this, like, you gotta school him. Period, point blank. I don't want, you know what I'm saying, that pass of the torch moment. Fuck all of that. You gotta go in there and kill this nigga.
He's gotta take that.
You know what I'm saying? And then Twork, another thing neither one of y'all mentioned is that he gave Twork the bar God chain. Now Twork is gonna use that as an angle, and then it'd be smart to use it as an angle, like, nigga, I set you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave you that chain and set you the fuck up.
There's a lot of plays being drawn for Dan, but and then it goes back to my first point earlier, where we talk about consistency or the potential of a high ceiling. What are you riding with? Mm-hmm. And you know, Danny being home, we have seen him lose at home, so it's not like he's invincible in Cali neither. But we know what to expect from him, and we're just looking at Twork like, what can you bring? How can you respond to this? So part of me wants to see Twork reach another level, take it to the next gear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'd like to see, can Twork play some defense? You know what I'm saying? Is he? Yeah. Can he block a couple of shots? You know, Twork is always on offense. He's always charging at you. He's like LeBron James coming down, you know what I'm saying, on that fast break at 100 miles per hour, and you standing there like, I'm not taking this charge from this big fella. Like, I'm getting out of the way. That's how I look at Twork. You know what I'm
Danny
saying?
will take the charge. That's the
Danny's
thing.
Gonna take that charge.
Danny's gonna sacrifice his body. He will take the charge. He has no problem. He might just be like Kevin Durant and get lucky and get the blocking foul.
So how about this? Oh, let's not go back to that one.
You feel me?
You're breaking my heart. How about this? How about Twork?
Right.
Oh, crack open that playbook. Everyone is expecting you to go super hard, 100%. Bring out a couple of little finesse plays. Bring out the finger roll one time. Bring out a little hook shot one time. You feel me? Bring out a little dream shake lyrically. You know what I'm saying? We know that you can go 100,000 miles per hour and yell at the top of your lungs. Show Danny a couple of finesse moves, a couple of moves he's not expecting. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you working on that footwork and you got that block shot ready, because Danny's coming with it. So Twork's gonna have to play a little bit of defense on this and get Danny guessing just a little bit. You know what I mean?
PSA to everybody on initiation: please don't come with a LeBron jersey.
Oh,
please
man.
don't bring 1001 LeBron scheme.
Oh, you know that cover, man.
What you said, Bad Money?
There's gonna be so many LeBron to the Lakers bars.
Thank goodness that it happened today and it didn't happen like 3 weeks ago where they had a chance to really switch it up. I'm saying this. I'm glad that they've been to LA a few times, because the pandering is not gonna be as crazy,
at least we know whoever,
as it was in Houston.
We will be exposed to whoever has a LeBron bar to know, hey, you ran your rounds last minute.
Facts, if you get on a LeBron bar and you put it into your rounds, when you hear the first one of the night, take it out.
Yeah, have an alternate. Have an alternate
later in the night.
Facts.
You better hope to get it off as quick as you can, and just like, all right, let me. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Just
if you got a 12-ball LeBron build up and you going like, you like the fifth battle, you asked out, B.
I saw a meme on the gram today. It had a picture of Tupac in a Cavs jersey. It said, when Tupac said, we doing this shit from Cleveland and L.A., LeBron really felt that shit. You remember the song he did with Bone Thugs?
Oh, yeah, with Bone Thugs. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Oh,
that's hilarious.
Oh, man. Yo.
But no, man, I think a mutual in both of their playbooks would be for both of them to go in there and not prepare for a version of either one of them they've seen before, because neither one of them is going to get a version of the other that they've seen before. Period. Point blank. Because you think that you know each of them is like, no, this nigga is studying me. You know what I'm saying? This nigga has every attribute I got. And let's be honest, like, they have the same attributes, bro. When Beasley does the doggone voiceover or whatever for the beginning of the battle, their attributes going to be next to each other and they're going to line up. You understand what I'm saying? So they both set up their game plan, and like this, they need to be. They need to be prepared to face a different version of, the guy that they're facing, because this has no reason whatsoever. This should not be not going to say the C word. And I want to say,
I feel you. I'm amped up, man.
We have no reason to get anything less than a classic from this.
I guess that's the goal.
Yo, I think we're gonna get another. I think Danny's gonna level up like he did in that Bdot battle, man. That was a special Danny, and every couple years we get a special Danny that we're like, damn, son. I think we're gonna get one of those with this.
All I ask, if we're not pleased with the results, let's not be overly disappointed.
Mm-hmm. You know us, we always
Danny
honest
and
with
Rum
it,
Nitty is like one of my top 5 favorite battles.
Lima bean
but
in the time machine.
Danny better not shake Twork's hand. That's rule number 1 in Coach Money's playbook. Don't shake this nigga hand. You gotta give him your rec shit or walk up on this nigga not blinking and attack that 12K angle so beautifully that, you know what I mean, the defense that you play on that shit should obliterate everything that Twork has to say about it, because he's going to attack that 12K angle like a motherfucker, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You gave him
like
12K.
I said, for 10 and 2 ones in his pocket, I gave Rex 12K for $12. That's all I'm giving this Twork bitch. It's going to set the fucking crowd on fire. I'm telling you.
Oh,
and Benny Myers and this shit drop.
Bar God. That's going to be the strip bar God. Yo, it's going to be a fire battle, man.
Insert some of them in this show too. That'd be crazy.
Danny's a wild boy too, man. Like you never know what he's gonna do, man. Wild boy.
Definitely, man. Like Danny is just so fucking intricate. Like nigga, don't even play yourself. I cut you in so many pieces, your funeral would be on a conveyor belt.
Yeah, that
tight
man,
you know what I'm saying? That's what he's got to tap into.
Oh man. Yeah, this gonna be nothing less than the C word if they both come with it, man.
I'm gonna prevent from saying. I'm just say battle of the year.
Oh, I hear you, man.
I'm gonna say
Potential
over Mook and Verb.
What'd you say?
Over Mook and Verb. Over Hollow and John. Over Reed versus T-Rex.
I'm gonna say yeah to 2 of those.
Play defense with your feet, right? Moving your body. All right. Big key on offense, we talk about running lanes, organizing flow. So we're not coming down and thinking now, oh, we got to get in the flow now. We're running into it.
All right, we got to bump them off spots. We got to rebound. We got to do all our jobs and our formula. But the bottom line is, play this game clutter-free. Play hard, play with passion, play free.